What a headshot! What a head!
How's it, guys? This is Dayvy, FPL, and welcome back to the Fantasy Premier League video here on my channel. Now in this video, I'll be taking you through my very own transfer plan for the upcoming Game Week 38. So yes, the final game week of the FPL season is finally upon us, and you guys know what that means. It's going to be punt differential time. So in this video, with only one free transfer, unfortunately, I can't go absolutely mad and go for every single differential, but I'm definitely planning not to burn my last transfer, and therefore we will be making one probably in the deadline stream come Game Week 38. So you guys might be happy, you might be sad, but yes, the ultimate game week of the season is finally upon us. And if you guys want to see how I'm shaping up for it, sit back, relax, and let's get straight into it. So before we go over Game Week 38, obviously Game Week 37 is still coming up. We still have fixtures coming up tonight, Salah taking on Brighton, as well as the games tomorrow, Crystal Palace, Man City still featuring, and I still have 3 players left to feature. Now unfortunately, most of these players are pretty highly owned. Salah is over 100% effective ownership, and I think Guardiola is pretty close. So my only real differential is going to be Eze, so it's not looking too good for the green arrow for Game Week 37. As you guys can see on the right hand side, unfortunately, only 39 points currently, and a little bit of a small red arrow to 38k, and I can't really see it changing around a lot unless Eze does a masterclass. He has done a lot for us though in the previous game weeks, won his team the FA Cup against Man City. I don't even know if he's going to feature against Wolves coming up on Tuesday. In terms of Guardiola, pretty confident that he should feature. If you guys own a Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, I'm pretty sure most of these players will be featuring in a pretty strong Man City squad, as they still have to wrap up that Champions League spot that is quite hotly contested. In terms of Salah though, pretty sure that he will be playing, just don't know how the state of the Liverpool team will be. They seem like they're pretty much on the beach, so who knows what's going to happen. But anyways, let's see what happens. Obviously in the team selection come late in the week, I'll give you guys the updated rank of where we are sitting before the last week of the season. But at the moment, how's your game week looking? Has it been a green or a red arrow? And what's your overrank looking like? You guys can also let me know how many players you have still to feature. Is your captain still to play? Did you go for the Egyptian? Or you, like many of us, going for someone like an Mbeumo or an Ollie Watkins? Looking ahead though, one free transfer and 2.7 in the bank, so a little bit of an upgrade can be made, and I'll discuss that after I review the rest of the team. Now this week we actually used our bench because Isaac, our striker of choice, ended up getting injured, so yes, Murphy comes off for 2 points. Now to make matters worse, we chose the wrong Arsenal defender to bench, and Kiwior got a 7-pointer, so that's quite disappointing as he's third on my bench and won't probably come off. Verbruggen plays tonight against Liverpool. Don't think he'll outperform Martinez, at least I hope so. Martinez got the 6-pointer. I think that's the 3rd clean sheet in a row, so back to back to back. Just been a great buy on the wildcard, except for the fact that Konza got a clean sheet plus a goal, but I guess you can't win them all. Now I mentioned starting the wrong defender. I went for Saliba. He got subbed at halftime with an injury, so I do consider that to be a bit unlucky. Obviously I was always going to play him over Kiwior, seems to be the main centre back at Arsenal with the Gabriel injury, so just wish he stayed on for a few extra minutes and got the clean sheet. Otherwise, Neco Williams put in a pretty strong performance, very odd looking kind of total, 4 points. This was actually 2 appearance points plus 2 bonus points. His stats must have been absolutely insane to concede but still get 2 bonus, but Milenkovic ended up scoring a goal. But at the end of the day, conceding but still getting 4 points is pretty decent, maybe an assist plus a yellow card. Now midfield department, I took a punt. I took a -4 actually for Asensio from Aston Villa. And what I will say is that his stats look pretty strong in this game, and he might have been a little bit unlucky not to get a return. Decided to go for Asensio over the popular Rodgers as a bit of a last minute punt. And depending on what happens with Saar against Wolves, this might be a massive mistake. So 3 points doesn't even pay off the -4 hit unless he does something spectacular in Game Week 38. So at the moment not loving this transfer, but I guess I went for it. Then the final player, Mbeumo, a pretty healthy captaincy percentage here from Mbeumo, actually matched Ollie Watkins at the end of the day. The biggest thing about Mbeumo though was that he missed a penalty. So he racked up an assist, he could have racked up an extra goal. It's a little bit unlucky if you guys ended up captaining him. Up front, already spoke about Isaac. He was injured, apparently had a scan on Sunday and therefore didn't travel, and that's why Murphy comes off for the 2-pointer. When I saw Isaac not starting, I just wish we had that news a bit earlier. I definitely would have opted for both my Arsenal centre-backs. I just played the odds here and I hope that Isaac kind of scored. Then our captain in this week, we took out Mateta. I mean, he could always bang against Wolves, but at the moment, pretty okay with this transfer. And then I captained him for that assist, taking him to 5 points. So overall, not the biggest kind of world beater in terms of game week 37, only 5 captaincy points, but I guess it wasn't a blank. Our final player did match our captain though with a massive 10 points, assist plus a goal plus 2 bonus. Only missed out on the 3 bonus because of a yellow card. Might have been a little bit lucky to get credited with the goal, but from review it does look okay. Just happy that Visa finally repaid the patience since bringing him in. So even though Visa scored 10 points, the rest of the team scored a total of 29. Let's just hope these last 3 do end up with some points, especially Eze. Can't see this game week switching around too much. We might get a slight green arrow if Eze does a madness, but at the moment expecting the rank to stay pretty similar. You guys can let me know how your rank is looking with only 1 game week left of information. What punts are you guys taking? Are you looking to do some maverick kind of moves? Let's go on to what my team is looking like. So just to do a quick recap of how our team is kind of looking for game week 38, at least the current team selection, with no transfers made, but obviously I'll be doing one. Now the bench this week kind of pretty easy. Verbruggen against Spurs, I just prefer Martinez slightly against United, both away games and both might concede. I guess what we'll see is who does better on Wednesday in the Europa final. I don't know if I'd rather target the team that loses or the team that wins. Eze against Liverpool as well, won't be playing him even though he's an absolute baller. I just feel like Liverpool will put in a pretty strong performance as they're getting the Champions League trophy. The Neco Williams, Chelsea, Forest, both teams have to win, might be quite an attacking game. And finally Saliba currently injured, but if he is back, I'll probably be starting him. At the moment I've got Guardiola there, even though I think Fulham might score. I just feel like he's got a better chance of starting than Saliba does. There's literally no point in risking Saliba as Arsenal have their Champions League spot wrapped up. So that's why I'm just going to go for Guardiola in a must-win game potentially for Man City. He should be starting. Same goes for Kiwior as well as Dan Burn. Overall, some pretty strong defensive fixtures here. I'm expecting some clean sheets, and those good fixtures continue into our midfield department. That good performance of Liverpool is kind of the reason I'm captaining Salah at the moment. He has those records to break, potentially could get them against Crystal Palace. And I don't feel like Palace will be that up for it after winning the FA Cup. Both teams are winners at the end of the day, both teams have had pretty good seasons. So could we see an absolute open goal fest? I'm starting Murphy against Everton, he could be benched, let's just see where we sit before game week 38. But with that Isaac injury, I'm pretty sure that he should be starting. It's an okay fixture, Everton at home might always be quite tough. Not expecting too many goals, just hope that Murphy's involved. Then finally Asensio, we could bench him if we make a midfielder transfer. I just feel like he's going to repay us maybe in game week 38 against United. Same with most of these teams, Aston Villa have to win this one. I would say Brentford don't have to win, it seems like they're just off those kind of European competitions. But Wolves away is still a pretty decent fixture. Up front, all eyes on Isaac. If he is going to be back, I will be keeping him. Newcastle have to win. Callum Wilson didn't look great. But with surgery coming up, he might not be risked. Ollie Watkins definitely will, though. United away, it's an okay fixture. At least Aston Villa have something to play for, and his form is looking okay at the moment. Same goes for Visa. Not the best fixture, Wolves away, but it is okay, and the stats are still on Visa's side. So at the moment, I do think our starting 11 does look okay. If Isaac is injured, that kind of makes the transfer a bit of a no-brainer. So let's now go talk about my transfers. So as mentioned, if Isaac is out, don't exactly know if Eddie Howe will give us anything, but I kind of think if there's no training pictures, it's safe to assume he might be out, but he might also be risked as Callum Wilson didn't look great. But let's just say we do get some confirmation that Isaac is going to be out. I think it's an easy transfer to Evan Nielsen, potentially Campsy material against Leicester at home. Kind of think Leicester had their last fixture, Jamie Vardy scoring at home, what more can you ask for? And I feel like Bournemouth are going to end the season pretty well with a respective win. So this transfer is pretty easy to make if Isaac is going to be out, but if I'm honest with you, don't think we'll get that much information. Therefore, I think a more reliable transfer is probably going to be Eze out. I will be starting this player, so therefore Asensio will drop to the bench and provide cover for Isaac. Now my two replacements are going to be number 1 Clivert, same fixtures, Evan Nielsen obviously, it's Leicester at home, or Jared Bowen against Ipswich. Now both these players could provide some differential Campsy options, both of them are very strong fixtures, so it could be an alternative to the popular Salah. Out of these two, probably do prefer going for Leicester at home. Ipswich might be a little bit tighter because it is their last home game, and probably want to depart the Prem on a high note. So even though Clivert hasn't been great, he might be just the natural selection for my Eze replacement, and to be honest, does look like the more confirmed move. There's still plenty of football coming up though. Game week 37 hasn't even ended, so you guys let me know what your current transfer plans are. Obviously nothing set in stone. Enjoy these last few days of getting hyped for the last FPL game week. I'm pretty sure that you guys will miss it 2 weeks into the holiday. Make sure that your notifications are on for the final video of this game week and the final video of the season coming up probably on Thursday. But this is basically going to wrap up the video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Please don't like it and subscribe if you have subscribed yet. Tons of content still to come up, deadline stream, team selection, so make sure that you guys are subscribed. But for the time being, I'm signing off. It's me, Dayvy FPL, and I'm out. Cheers, bye.